Somewhere in the underground in the city of intoxication, sitting in a bar chilling with her beer is a mechanic girl named R.E.D, a rebellious girl who grew up on the street, waiting for her next match. I heard that the match between Firestar and Lord is about to start. R.E.D, huh? What kind of pilot is she? Displaying on the screen is R.E.D's next opponent, Lord, a mecha with a melee-grade sword weapon. 5 men came into the bar, wishing to speak with R.E.D. If you wish to leave, you better lose the second round in the last minute so that I don't lose my money. Don't play games with me. Pitiful, but I like it. What are you guys waiting on? Get her! Chase her! Get her for me now! The fuck did she go? It's Firestar! Is she not springing out her mecha? How's it feel being the one chased now? Before we go on, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you want to see more SMC contents, and I'll be covering other content in this channel as well, such as this one and such as the games here that I mentioned. I also want to mention that before we go on, this is exactly what the SMC community need. More lore, more stories, more reason behind why the pilot actually go ahead and join Super Mega Champion. What's the reason? Why are they competing? And for this story is actually R.E.D, and the reason why she's competing is because she's been so strong in the underground that no longer anyone wants to fight her. So she decided to join Super Mega Champion to look and improve, but as the story goes on, no matter how you reflect it, you take what you take. I try to translate this story as good as possible. Now, this is not an official translation. These translations are by me, and I try to stick as close as to the in-game profile and to the manga, and I really love it. And this might be the reason why I think I really adore R.E.D as an individual. She's very relatable. So let's get on with the story. Let's get the hell out of here! Now later on in the tournament, it's Firestar versus Lord, a mecha with a great sword standing still with a bent knee leg, and is fighting against Firestar. So Firestar is taking a pose like he does on the official game, taking a leap, and Lord is actually amazed by how crazy R.E.D and Firestar move. Changing from the spherical form, Firestar decided to charge at Lord. Lord decided to take this head on. And what happens next? Lord misses his attack as R.E.D dodges to the right and jumping on top and then charging with the spherical charge as he crashes into Lord. Being struck down, Lord is crushed. A fatal blow, Firestar is the victor. Everyone cheers for R.E.D as she comes out of Firestar. And the MC goes, she's fearless, she's a hero. Give it up for R.E.D. R.E.D. The story continues showing R.E.D saving some civilians and going against the government by not supporting the damage control. Now, not a lot of things has been told, but it seems like R.E.D is actually protecting the underground, being the one justice that the underground needs. Later that night, R.E.D decided to go to the capital of night, which is another bar, so she has this addiction to drinking, I guess. She sit down, she ordered for a 1 cold beer. While she was drinking her cold beer, someone approached her, a tall, white man with yellow hair, with a pretty cool shady beard, I guess. Congrats her for the game. R.E.D said that the game was actually very easy. The gentleman continued to say that, you may not know me, but I'm the Lord's pilot. My name is Mike. You made me lost money big time today. Sorry, man. Here, drinks on me. Both continue to cheers together. Salute to you, champ. R.E.D's starting to think that Mike actually looked very familiar. And have they met before? Mike actually pointed to a poster at the bar over there and asked, you talking about him? You're... my god! R.E.D was shocked. You're Mike the Predator. Aren't you SMC's champion? Why are you here in the underground? Mike explained that people get old and can't go far. You can only stay active around the underground and learn a thing or two from youngsters such as R.E.D. Mike suggests that R.E.D should pursue an SMC, not staying in the slumber. R.E.D never actually thought about it because for her, SMC is just to become a brand, famous. Being a corporate star, having fame and fortune is not what R.E.D really wants. Mike replies, of course not, but look at it in another perspective. A different perspective? Mike replied with a quote, a struggle that can't be seen is futile. No one cares about the voice of a shadow. Apparently, R.E.D seems to be able to sympathize with that quote. If you go to the profile in the game, it explains that R.E.D is actually too strong and no one no longer wants to fight her. No one noticed her. And she's very confused about what she wants to do in the future because even though she's very strong in the underground, she's nothing to everyone else, to the people, to whatever it is. So to R.E.D, she gazes off at Mega City and says, "The future is too dazzling to see it from here," which is always dark, which implies that seeing the future from the underground to Mega City is actually very dazzling. She's very confused on what she wants to do in her life. She's lost, she doesn't have parents, all she has is herself and Firestar. Sooner than later, she went to a cockpit and stared at Firestar saying, "It's been a long journey. I don't know when it will end." As she gets onto Firestar, heading out to take a look at the scenery, and says, "Before the dawn, it will..." "Let's light up the night sky with shooting stars." Now from this story where she met Mike and everything else, honestly, she's like a young adult that doesn't know what she's doing in her life. And she's not making like something for life, you know, like a record. She might be strong in underground, but to the world, she's still apparently a nobody, you know what I mean? So the word "let's light up the night sky with shooting stars before the dawn," to me it actually means that she's going to prove herself before it's too late or before she gets old. Now this is what I personally get from the manga. If there's anything else that you get that comes to your own meaning, because this is, as an adult, 26 years old, this is actually what I get from R.E.D. I want to do something that means something to my life before it's too late. Now Collab, what do you personally think about this manga? Leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you want to see more. And what do you think about my personal translation? I try to stick with everything as close as possible to the game's in-game profile and to the stories. And I wish to see more characters having something like this in the future. And if you do, subscribe to the channel. And hey, it's just a gaming channel.